right, ladies and germs, I'm Infinity Gaming's more, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it straight on over to the Dark Lorax.
All right, welcome to Game 2 of our first of the series tonight in the, what is this, Group C?
Correct.
Group C of our tournament here to decide who is the best of the best for this year's tournament season. Without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our players here. In the top left-hand corner of Akalon Wastes, Green Zerg, we have Infinity Gaming's Spec.
Woohoo.
And Spec's opponent trying to come from behind here and tie the series up. Currently down 1 game to Spec, losing the first game on Whirlwind. We have the barcode player, Monica. And the crowd goes wild.
Now, during the break, while we were getting ready and gearing up for this second game, one of our guests, Mike, asked a really good question. He said, why are there members outside of Infinity Gaming in this tournament? And I started to explain and said, wait, let's do this during the game real quick, and so we can get it up on the VODs. Everybody can learn. We run a tournament league through our partners at Z33K. Zeke, you can check them out at z33k.com. And we host numerous open events that are open to everybody in the StarCraft community as long as they are within the right league. So we run a BSG, we run a Platinum Diamond, and we also run a Masters tournament every month. All 3 of those happen monthly. We also, CC first coming down. We also run a weekly tournament that's open to all leagues, all races, and all regions, hosted on the North American server on Sundays. During the StarCraft season, everybody that participates in one of our events, as long as they're a member of our group on Zeke, they earn points, depending upon participation and how far they make it into their respective tournaments. At the end of the StarCraft 2 season, after the last event, which for this season was on Sunday, the Sunday Mass, I went through, figured out who the top 16 people were in our tournament league, and voila, there we are. Our top 16 players were put into group stages, which we're currently playing out now. Once we're down to the last 8, coming up on Friday, we'll be starting the bracket stage. It will be a double elimination. And it's just a really good opportunity for a lot of people to show their stuff and for us to say thank you to the people who come out and enjoy our events on a regular basis.
Yeah, so far these group stages have been very exciting matches. Players in this format may end up playing more than one series against each other. So we get nice long grudge matches of players that are very motivated to get into the next round of this tournament. So we see both players here opting for a bit more macro-oriented early game focus. Monica going command center first down on the low ground. Beck opting for hatch first, followed very closely by the pool and an extractor, mining the gas for metabolic boost and then pulling his workers off the extractor.
Yeah, it's the same opening as last game, to be honest. The thing is, you usually want to drone scout against the Terran, especially if you know that they open CC first, because a reactive 3 hatch before pool is a lot better than the opening that Yang did just now. And as a result, he's going to be a little bit behind in economy.
Now, for those of you that don't know, Spec's real name is Yang. Mike, could you tell us a little bit more about your relationship with Spec? I understand you're his coach, right?
You could say that. I went to the same school as him. I do help him out in StarCraft. We're in a Skype channel along with a lot of other people from Rutgers, so we talk about builds pretty much daily.
There's that daily Atlas lag.
You could definitely say that I've taught him a few builds.
Oh, Atlas.
Dude, hashtags are gay.
Yep. So we see Wall, just very standard, going up for Monica here to prevent any of those annoying Zergling run-bys. We're going to slowly finish this up with one more supply depot, and Monica should be relatively safe for the time being. Third CC going down. Looking to take this into a very turtly macro style for the early game here as she tries to get that mech composition that she is so well known for. Spec not having any of that. Lots of Banelings morphing in here. Speedlings coming from behind. These Hellions retreat back to behind the wall. No, they're choosing to stay out in front. Now they're going to retreat back behind the wall. Banelings and Zerglings coming in here. Nobody in the bunker yet. That's a bit of a mistake for Monica. And caught, I think, a little bit off guard here. Zerglings and Banelings moving their way into the base. Zerglings going down into the natural mineral line. Zerglings and Banelings chasing these Hellions back. Oh, little miss micro on the Banelings just crashing into the command center, but I don't think it's going to matter. Zerglings just streaming into the natural here through the wide open hole of the front ramp. Monica figuring out how to lock herself in the main with a few mines and the Hellions behind, but her natural is completely gone here.
Yeah, this does not look good for Monica at all. She's going to be stuck on one base for quite a while. We've got more links streaming across the map. It is going to be a good minute. Oh, and even some more Banelings morphing in. It's going to be a little while if she even can get this cleaned up.
Those Banelings are unnecessary at this point. He already did the damage he's going to do. He's not going to get up this ramp.
Yeah, this wall in the buildings is going to prove very difficult for anyone to break through. Command center here added to the wall. This is 2 or 3 buildings thick in all places. It's take more Banelings than would be reasonable to produce, especially with all these mines sitting out here in the front.
Yes, production tab. I'm sorry.
So, Mike, if you're the Terran player here, what are you thinking? Where are you going from here? How do you possibly get yourself back into this game here?
I have no idea, Atlas.
Siege tanks are GG out.
Yeah, I mean, siege tanks are really going to be your best bet. I mean, she can't really afford to swamp that. It's going to leave her wall wide open, although she does clean out her natural. I'm surprised that Spec actually didn't try to put some more pressure on there and maintain that, oh god, what is it? Containment. Maintain containment.
Yeah, there's plenty of Widow Mines here, and you have to be careful because 1 or 2 bad hits and you lose all of those Zerglings. Even though the Widow Mines have been nerfed, still a potential for doing lots of damage. 1 medevac on the field here for Monica, along with a host of Widow Mines and Hellions, trying to now start that wall back up and get this natural mining safely again.
I think the game is kind of even here, because even though Monica is behind in economy, she's ahead in upgrades, and she has all the tech she's going to need for a while, not to mention all these Widow Mines. Whereas Yang is just getting out Mutas now, and
beautiful
no upgrades to speak of.
Some nice mine hits there.
Mine. Wow.
Oh yeah, Monica opting out on a bunch of barracks behind this. This is very uncharacteristic. Spec has his Overseer gliding in here. He's going to be able to see all of this, see all these reactors going down, so he's going to know that he is no longer going to be facing that mech style that he's so used to from Monica. He's going to be up against a little bit more standard bio composition.
And that is a lot of reactors going down. A lot of Marines probably going to pour out here in just a bit. I think that's smart because it's going to be a little while before she really gets the gas going the way she wants. Actually, I may have spoke too soon. I didn't realize she already had 3 and 4 already up.
Yeah, she's got a huge upgrading advantage here, just starting 2-2. Spec only now just beginning melee attack upgrades, so she's going to have a huge upgrade advantage, and that's a very dangerous thing for a Zerg player against the Terran.
Yeah, especially on this map, you can't really break a Terran, so more often than not, the game goes into the late game, and then upgrades really matter.
There's only 1 turret here. It's going to give those Mutas a hard time. Repair goes down. Yeah, these Mutas need to go ahead and shoot out. Not before picking off a couple SCVs, maybe a reactor or 2. Some STEM Marines come in, clean it all up.
Yep, we see Spec still not quite saturated here on his 3rd, working on some upgrades, now doing +1 flyer attacks, centrifugal hooks on the way, about halfway done, and just adding more Lings and Mutas to his composition. Gotta be careful over these Widow Mines. And he's got the Overseer able to snipe those. Taking out a supply depot. Marines get there just to watch the supply depot drop. Monica moving down now, focusing down the rocks so she can get this third base access and hopefully get this third base up and rolling and mining here.
Centrifugal hooks just about to finish, as well as +1 attack for our Zerg buddy. Thinking the same, taking down some of those rocks.
Yep, Spec adding on macro hatch here. Gonna need some additional larvae as this game goes on into the later phases. His muta count now up to 17, so pretty dangerous ball of mutas here, able to pick off any undefended structures on the periphery of Monica's base.
He's well positioned.
Muta's poking in, trying to find the best angle here. Going to be able to get a snipe on this extractor, slow down the gas income of Monica just a little bit, forced to rebuild that.
I like these little pokes that that Spec is doing. I haven't personally, with my own eyes at this level, I haven't seen anybody really have such good muta control. I know it exists.
We saw a couple muta blunders in the previous series here, and it's so easy. They're so fast, and they can just get totally out of position and killed by a ball of Marines like this if you're not careful. If you'd like to see examples of that, I have plenty of replays of my laddering. I can definitely show you some of that muta control. Marines moving across the field here. Mines setting up, getting into position, moving up here to deny the fourth, but he's got to be careful. There's a lot of Lings and Banelings here, though. Off creep with great splits. Banelings may not find their way to all of these Marines. Plenty of Banelings swooping in here. Probably going to be able to clean this up. Muta's coming in to mop up the rest of it and hopefully snipe some of these medevacs as this army makes its retreat back against this attack.
Very respectable exchange there. And both players doing their best to manage their unit control, and I think that came out pretty even in my opinion. Ooh, yeah, good Widowmine shot.
Yeah, Spec manages to defend his fourth. It's very important. You don't want to start losing these bases this early in the game, or, I mean, ever in the game. But Monica pushing once again. It's Parade of Marines now back in full swing, moving across the map, and looking to just continue this aggressive posturing.
Yeah, I think Yang is a little flustered here. He's making 2 infestation pits.
Oh no!
Yep, now finally on creep, Spec decides to go in and engage, poking back and forth, but Monica doing a great job of splitting her Marines and mines here, so Spec not able to just simply roll into this, has to be a little bit more careful with all of the trades.
3-3 upgrades just about to get finished.
A little bit of friendly fire there on the Marines, and medevacs lift up and pull back. Alright, 3-3 halfway done for Monica. Gonna start getting really dangerous here for Spec as this bio finally gets that 3-3 upgrade. Spec is still way behind, looking to add infestors into his composition here. Pathogen glands just starting on the way. And Spec just trying to rally his army together and keep these pushes from doing any damage to his economy.
Microphone muted.
Banelings split here, mutas move in, trying to snipe some of these medevacs, pull back, very careful to not fully engage these Marines, but he's able to pick off 1 or 2 medevacs with those mutas. Great control by Spec doing that, but there are still Marines remaining, and Spec forced to morph in more Banelings behind this, engaging with the Zerglings directly to the Marines. He probably doesn't want to do that. Needs to wait for these Banelings to come in to be cost effective to engage this. Looks like Monica's in a great position to try to snipe this 4th base of Spec.
Well, this is actually the 5th base, and I think he's losing way too much for what he's gaining from this, which wasn't even the kill, so...
Yeah, he threw a lot in there and was only able to get that hatch down to half health. The stream continues, but there's now Zerglings and Banelings rolling into the natural of Monica. Banelings rally towards the middle line, and all of the SCVs go down along with a couple mules, and that's enough to force GG from Monica. Spec takes the series 2-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent game by Yang. His early aggression, it did what it was supposed to. I mean, it contained the Terran on one base, and when you have 3 CCs on one base, you end up mining out a lot quicker. I think that's why Monica